My name's Terry Donelon. I'm the Director of Government Advocacy here at GCP.
I'm Taylor Evans. I'm the founder and owner of Workforce LLC. Joined the COSE board in 2019. When we think about what is advocacy, it's a conversation. We are a voice for the small businesses in our region. We get to carry that perspective to the people who are truly driving the decision-making and legislation that impacts our region and our communities.
A lot of that work that we're able to do gets done through our Small Business Caucus, through our Government Affairs Council, through the work that our advocacy team does with our members. It is really all about strength in numbers. And I tell people that at the end of the day, advocacy is about problem solving. It's not about trying to win an argument. It's about trying to solve the problems that our business owners are facing, because likelier than not, there are 100 other business owners out there who are facing the same challenges. Advocacy is not about trying to bring people over to your preferred solution. It's about gathering interested parties around the table and really digging deep to find out where the problem emanates from and how can we feasibly solve this in a way that we can get everybody to agree with, right?
What advocacy is just like you and I are sitting down here talking, right? And we're just talking. And you could say something that fires me up or vice versa, right? But it's the ability to say, that's his perspective, right? And there has to be some validity and value in your perspective, Terry, and mine, and the small business leaders that we represent, and knowing that we are the voice for what is the backbone of this country, which is small business.
Part of the reason why we wanted to do this particular segment was because, we want our membership to become more engaged in advocacy. And if we want that, we have to really explain what it is, how we go about the work of advocacy, how we go about petitioning policymakers in our government, whether that's elected officials or whether that's folks at the bureaucratic level who manage things in the departmental and agency worlds. It's about, like I said, strength in numbers. It's our collective voice is what makes us strong. I think most of our members know that we advocate at the federal, state, and local level. We really run the gambit at every level of government so that our members' voices are heard very strongly. As you know, at the federal level, COSE has a really, really great representation with the National Small Business Association. We have several members who serve on the board there, and I've been to a few of those meetings where we're talking federal policy that's going to support small business, and it's really remarkable to see that COSE's representation outnumbers that of anyone else in the country.
Terry, I remember, gosh, I lose track of time now, but somewhere in the last year and a half, I reached out to you about the issues we were running into with the municipal income tax. And you took that ball and ran with it, and it has become a priority of the advocacy team here at the GCP and COSE since then. And there are so many small business leaders out there that maybe don't feel like they have a voice or a place to go. And I think that's what we want for them, right? Even, that's what we want them to see COSE and GCP as.
It's mutually beneficial, right? I mean, there's so much value. And that's what I think our members need to understand is public officials, policymakers, they want to hear from us because there's so much value in being able to, once a piece of legislation is introduced, to be able to go into the committee process and say, we consulted small business. We worked with small businesses to find the flaws in the original draft, but also find some new ways that we can support economic development.